perspective, I don't know if they did something differently on defense, or was it shots just not falling? What kind of happened in that second quarter?
Yeah, I think it was a couple things. I think overall we played decent defense, but it did definitely hurt us that we weren't scoring the ball as efficiently as we were the first quarter. They did switch to zone, so I think that was just a look that we didn't adjust to quick enough. And I mean, it's kind of obvious in terms of we can't. Certain shots weren't falling for us that quarter, and that's going to happen throughout the game. But also just moving the ball better and getting our looks against the zone, we have to practice that and then bring that to the game more often when teams switch up their defense.
Thank you.
That's for Paige. When you go up against one of the best players in the country like Diamond Miller, what approach do you have just knowing that you have to guard her?
Well, I didn't even know she was one of the best players in the country, but I respect her as a player very much. She's very good. I just think of her as any other girl, any other person in front of me. Yeah.
Courtney, I saw your arm, your wrist. Can you kind of explain what happened, or do you think that, I don't know, is there anything that you can share about that?
It's just, season, you get bumps, bruises, injuries. I kind of hold myself to a standard. If I can be out there, I've had to sit out before, and it sucks, So if I can be out there, I'm going to be out there in any fashion. And so this is what we're rocking with for now. I re-aggravated it when I fell on it last game, and that's kind of basically it. Working with my AT, they got my back, and they got me out there as protected as I can. And I will do my best. Made my free throws tonight, so no excuses from here on out.
Is it a break or like ligaments?
It's a little bit of everything. It's a good mix. The doctors explained to me. They go off on a tangent. I would just ask if I can still play. So they gave me their recommendation, and then I got with Kathleen, and we made a plan so I could be out there tonight and for the remainder of the season.
Other questions for Paige? Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, we'll move on to head coach Joe McKeown. He'll start with an opening statement, and then we'll get into the
First, let me say this, and thankful to Marilyn for being a partner with us in the Think Pink game. And, I was a great friend of Kay Yao, so was Coach Freeze, going back to her days when Coach was at NC State. And, what she's done to create that type of awareness on a nationwide, worldwide stage, that KL is just, I'm proud to say that we were able to participate. And, Northwestern for our players too, everybody's been touched, probably in some manner, family-wise. And just, again, thankful to Marilyn and thankful to Coach Yao, who, like I said, was a great friend. And we miss her, we miss her. And, to Maryland, I thought the first half was, really hard fought, a lot of good things. I thought the first quarter we came out ready to play, and every time they scored, we came right back at them. We showed, a lot of fight. The second quarter is as you guys addressed, we just almost did the same thing to Nebraska, held them. I think they had 4 points, hit a shot at the buzzer. Scoring's hard against Maryland. They're hard to score against, and we got to do a much better job if we get a chance to play them again in attacking. Trying to get better shots, and I think that really mentally, I thought even though we went in halftime, with only scoring 2 points that quarter, I felt like we were in good shape. The pace was where I wanted it. Because they're a team that can score 90, 100 points on people. And when we've beaten them or we've had great games with them, the scores have been, we've been able to hold them in the 60s or. So I felt like that was the right pace, but we just couldn't find the rim, and it's frustrating. And they're a great team. They're our league is loaded right now with outstanding teams, and they're one of them. So I think you're going to see a great Big Ten tournament, and I think you'll see the Big Ten in the NCAA tournament make. And probably Maryland included, potentially a deep run.
Maggie Hendricks from Baylor Sports. Good to
Yeah.
see you. What did you think of Diamond Miller out there and kind of her future potential?
Yeah, I know. Some of the people in the stands were pro scouts today, just to see her, alive in a situation, on the road, whatever. And, she's a great player. And I think she's been really good for the Big Ten, really helps our league. She's been a great player at Maryland. And, I think her future is, almost endless, the things that she's capable of doing. So, I've always, watched her growing up in New Jersey and seen her play a lot. So, and I'll say this too, we hate losing, but I feel like she's also a first-class competitor. Seems to be a great kid. So I'm sure her future's bright.
Yeah. And then tonight, with the first 16 seeds that was revealed by the
Okay.
NCAA, Big Ten had 5.
Where was Northwestern? They
I think there were
forgot about
17.
me, right?
17, yeah.
We've been right in the mix the last 4 years. And how many teams? I'm sorry.
5 teams from the Big Ten.
In the 16.
Yeah, in the 16. So what does that say about the conference and how hard it's been?
Yeah, and we have a young team, and we had the early schedule of all the best teams. We had to play in bunches, and you could see the Iowas and the Indianas, Ohio States, obviously Maryland. We played Michigan in this early December. The league is just loaded with teams. I don't know who. I'm guessing that was. Yeah. I was good at Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, but yeah. So it's great for the league, and we saw it even in San Antonio 2 years ago. We had a 20-point lead on Louisville and to go to the Sweet 16. We had 3 or 4 teams last year in the Sweet 16. Our team that won the Big Ten championship in 2020, I felt like that was a Final Four team. Our league is loaded, and we're just catching them all. We're a little down. We ain't going to stay there. So look for us next year in that reveal.
Greg Copeland, Washington Post. You mentioned that second quarter and wanting to get better shots. I know it's hard sometimes to kind of adjust in the middle, but what would you have liked to do to kind of create better shots against what they were doing defensively?
Well, I think the biggest thing, we got stagnant. We stood around and we never got the ball. We tried to force it inside a little bit, and then when we did kick it out, I thought we had some really good looks at threes we just didn't make. And I also thought we had opportunities in transition before they could set up their defense, and then we just missed shots, And when ironically, I was in Washington Friday night, and people made shots. So my GW team's always made a lot of shots, but thanks for supporting our sport.
Coach, you mentioned not getting a lot of good shots, but aside from the second quarter, the offense appeared to be working pretty well. So what are some of the positives that you can take away from the way the offense was working?
Yeah. I thought Paige Mott just really battled hard. I thought she competed hard, against really good players and physical players too at times. And she, I thought that was a bright spot for us. we've been doing some great things the last 5 games, and I was so excited that one thing we preached in practice the last couple of days was, we got off to a really bad start Monday night, and we looked tired a little bit tonight. We against Nebraska, we got down, but then we came roaring back, and same thing at Wisconsin, came back and won the game. So the last had Illinois on the ropes. So I feel like when we got off to the start we did, and I think it was 2016 us at the first quarter, I thought, wow, that's a great message that our players came out, instead of waiting around, came out ready to play. And so that's what makes the second quarter also, I feel bad for my team because we were really ready to play the first quarter and didn't wait around, started on the tip. So hopefully that'll carry over. We got tough games. Obviously, every game in this league's tough. And we go to Purdue Sunday. But, I thought Paige was a real bright spot. I thought Courtney playing with one hand, still, just did a lot of really good things for us. And we just got to shoot the ball better, and it's kind of like, we have leaks, and then we're able to clean it up, and then, and we break down somewhere else. So that's part of we've had a lot of injuries. We had 5 people out, and a lot of young players that are getting great experience. When you play at Maryland, and for Caroline Lau and people like that, who's going to be a great player for us. This is, you're thrown into the fire.
Coach, you've had a lot of games where you guys have started hot and a lot of games where you've finished hot. Obviously a very young team. What's kind of the piece you need to put that all together?
Yeah, I think confidence, just really confidence more than anything else. When the teams that we've played that are at the top of our league, they have the ability to make runs. And we saw it tonight. We were doing a great job defensively, and then Maryland was able to get out and run a little bit, turn us over. And you got to stop runs. So I think that's the biggest thing for us. We talk every day about getting stops in practice, 3 in a row or whatever, defensively. So I think we're doing a lot of great things. We just, we got to get back in some rhythm offensively. But I think defensively the effort's there. Obviously you got to rebound the ball in our league. Guys, appreciate it. Thanks.